Hi, folks. So my name is Cassie Outler. I'm going to be your professor of English composition this semester. I'm going to go over a few important things that you'll notice on our D2L page, but most specifically our syllabus. You've gotten emailed the syllabus, so check your email for an email from me. It should be cassie.outler@nga.edu. If you have trouble logging into your Outlook email or D2L, please let me know. I can easily help you. We can have a Teams meeting or anything to help you get started, because that's normally the hardest part. I am going to share my screen to show you the syllabus, but I just wanted you to see my face. This is me. Hi. If you are near or on either the Macon or Cochrane campuses, I'm on both of those campuses. I am a dual employee, so that means I teach and tutor at the Writing Center on both Macon and Cochrane campuses. I'm the coordinator for the Cochrane Writing Center as well, so I'm there almost every day of the week if you want to come see me. That's in the library, and I'm also on the Macon campus most days of the week as well. All right, let's get started. Okay, so you should be seeing the syllabus right now. Up top, at the top, you see some important stuff about the class, the course information, where we're at, what course we are, how we meet. We'll meet online asynchronously, so there will be no face-to-face meetings on like a Zoom or a Teams unless you make an appointment with me or set up some meeting. I do have office hours. I have office hours almost every day of the week because, like I said, I am the coordinator of the Cochrane Writing Center. So I'm in the Writing Center a lot. My office hours are available online, so we can talk on email or in a Teams video chat. I'm also in my office on the Macon campus Tuesdays, 9:30 to 11 a.m. or by appointment. I'm pretty easy on Tuesdays. And then Cochrane Writing Center, I'm available by appointment there. You can probably find me there if you need to come find me in person. Otherwise, just send me an email, and then we can set up something if we need to meet in person. I mean, in face-to-face. We can set up a Teams meeting or a Zoom chat. There is some information like my email that's really important. This is how I will contact you for major events. So if for some reason a due date gets moved forward, not forward, backward, I guess, moved ahead. I will never move a due date forward. But if I move a due date, say from January 30th to February 10th or something, those important pieces of information will be sent to your email. I'll also be communicating with you mostly through D2L or Brightspace. You might be hearing it called different things, D2L or Brightspace, right? I like to call it Brightspace. D2L feels like a mouthful. At the top of this page, we have the important dates for the semester. These are stripped right from the academic calendar, so they are accurate. The first day of class is today. Drop add for these classes in the full session semester ends on the 16th. Drops for no-shows start on the 27th, and then we have a holiday on the 19th. We also have midterm averages posted on March 11th. Spring break happens in March as well, and the last day to withdraw from 1101 or any of your full session classes is April 8th. Our last formal day of classes will be May 4th, so though we don't meet, that will be the last day you are in class and not in finals. Your final grades will be posted May 11th around noon, sometimes a little later depending on the university, but I will have turned them in by May 11th. So you'll be able to see your final grades on Swords or what you might know as Banner. We have some syllabus content here. So for example, the Core Impacts course, this is a Core Impacts course in the writing area. This means that it is part of your core and part of your crucial education at MGA. And there are some learning outcomes there that we're going to stick pretty closely to. If you notice, let's see if I can scroll down. There we go. The course content, activities, and exercises in this course should help students develop the following career-ready competencies. So those learning outcomes and those career-ready competencies are really what we're going to focus on in terms of what assignments we do, what the purpose of those assignments are, and how you can best turn them in. Okay, let's look on the third page. No, sorry, the second. So you'll notice that English 1101 and English 999 are technically two classes that you signed up for. 1101 is our composition course, and then English 999 is the learning support course. This is kind of like, I at least refer to it as like a study hall for the 1101. So anything that might benefit you, might improve your skills, might help you become a better reader and writer for 1101 will be done for 999. I will get into the assignment breakdown and stuff like that. I encourage you to read this essay syllabus on your own to make sure that you are agreeing to all of this. There are, other classes you can hop to if this is not what you decided to sign up for. But this is kind of the cliche that a professor says. This is kind of like a contract, right? A contract that you are signing saying, if I follow this syllabus, I will succeed in this course. So that's what we're looking for. Scroll down. Some important things to note for textbooks: you will be provided everything to you on the Brightspace page via either free access textbooks, links, or PDFs. The important thing is that you have a computer and reliable internet access. If you don't have those things, please let me know, and we need to get you moved to a different type of class. Below that are the assignment breakdowns. 1101 and 999 do get different grades. So you can pass English 1101 and fail 999. You can get the same grade in both. Depends on what you succeed in. So for English 1101, our primary grade will be focused on the essays we turn in. All essays must be completed in order to pass the class. That's so important, and I would like to reiterate it. Every essay must be completed and turned in order to pass the class. You cannot pass the class if you do not turn in an essay. Even if you have an A and you forget to turn in an essay, you still will not pass. Make sure to complete and turn in every essay. Each essay should be original to this class. It should not be recycled from previous courses or previous essays. Each essay will be graded on content and form and should demonstrate your ability to generate ideas and plan an essay topic, to restrict your general topic for essay development, to show some consideration of your audience, to state a thesis statement which demonstrates the purpose of the essay, and to support that thesis statement with relevant subtopics or sub-ideas, to order those ideas within a paragraph, and then with several paragraphs within the essay as a whole in coherent, unified manner. Those are the goals for these assignments, and that's what you'll be graded on. So if there is success in each of those areas, then you will have a successful grade. Rough drafts for all of our English 1101 essays are required, and they will be turned in the 999 class. These will be part of the grade for 999, the rough drafts, and they are completion grades. So if you did your best first effort at an assignment, an essay assignment, then that will get a 10 out of 10, right? So make sure that you are putting your best effort forward when you turn in those rough drafts. We will also have some smaller assignments like discussion boards, quizzes, MLA documentation quizzes later in the semester, and then we'll have our final revision project. This final revision project will be you deciding one of the essays throughout the semester to revise as a stronger essay. Let me make it clear, this essay will not replace the original grade. It will be a new final revision project grade. And below that, we have English 999 and its grade breakdown. There are some drafting and revising of essays, some grammar quizzes in that unit, and also a growth mindset journal. I will go over what the growth mindset journal is a little bit later in the semester. We will have about 6 entries that we will turn in, so we've got plenty of time to do that. I don't want to overwhelm you too much right now, but it will be a completion grade assignment for English 999. So like I said, here are the grade breakdowns. The first is English 1101. You'll notice in the grade breakdown that I give you some specifics about what essays we'll be writing. We will have 2 timed essays and 2 out of class not timed essays. So our timed essays will be you presented a prompt in a timed manner and you having only a certain amount of time to complete that prompt as an essay. The other 2 will be your typical essay that you would normally write. You can write it untimed as often or as little as you'd like, and then turn it in by a due date. Then, like I said, our final revision project, you'll notice that it is not the highest grade given in the class. That's because I know that a lot of people have a lot going on at the end of a semester. So if it's not your strongest work, I don't want it to tank your grade, right? And then we have discussions and exercises. English 999 is a little simpler. Each essay that we turn in will have a rough draft. So essays 1, 2, 3, and 4 will have a rough draft that's graded for 999. We have the grammar quizzes and growth mindset reflective journal. That's really it. When it comes to 999, we will have other types of quizzes that refer to the content of 1101 in the 1101 grade. And finally, here are the course policies. Attendance is a little different since we are in an online environment. I say that presence in an online class is measured by work that you engage in and submit weekly, which is time stamped. I will let you know, I know everything that you turn in is, time stamped, so I can see when you turn it in. I can also see certain things like how much of something you read. So keep in mind that if you skip a unit entirely, I will know. So make sure to actually read the content when I give it to you so that you can perform your best on our essays. Let's see. In terms of late material, missed or past due timed written material can only be made up if it's agreed upon between you and I before the timed essay takes place. So for example, we have a narrative timed essay coming up in the first unit. If you, for some reason, have an emergency or something that causes you to miss that timed essay online, then you will need to let me know as soon as you know that you won't be able to complete it. The next section is the academic honesty policy. These have changed a lot over the years. Some of this is from the university, some of this is specifically from me. So I'm going to read it all to you. A plagiarism prevention service is used in evaluating of written work submitted for this class, specifically Turnitin. Now I want to be clear, we do not use AI detectors at this university because they are wildly unreliable. So while some universities, some professors might use AI detectors, I certainly won't. I will let you know in advance, I am currently writing research regarding AI use in composition and essays and composition classes. So I am very familiar with what AI looks like. There will be some specific rules about AI for this class. And I want to take some time to talk about that. While I can totally see AI being a useful editing tool, a useful idea creator, in this class, I am meant to teach you how to create your own writing. That means from scratch to a full essay, everything that you turn in should be your own work and not the work of a generative AI or an AI assistant. I understand that AI has become a bigger part of our world, and I am willing to see the benefits of it. But this class specifically is a building block to every skill you will build throughout the rest of your career here at MGA. So it's important that you learn the skill of writing and composition on your own. It says here, one concern in this class is the smooth integration of quoted material into essays and the appropriate documentation of any sources used in writing. All work submitted by you is expected to be the result of your own thought, research, and self-expression in this class. Recycling any essays from a previous course or using any type of generative AI to write, draft, or revise your essay are all considered acts of plagiarism and academic dishonesty and will be treated as such. In this course, you will be learning the skills necessary to produce your own written work. These skills will be practiced and tested, honed throughout the semester. I am not concerned with your ability to enter a prompt into a generative AI chatbot. That is not my job. I am interested in your ability to come up with, draft, revise, edit, and finalize your own written work without AI assistance. There are classes that you can take if you are interested in AI writing. This is not one of them. This is what you will be graded on, and if I am suspicious of AI usage, the essay will be reported and penalized, which could result in a 0 for the assignment. Now, I understand that some people don't consider using AI to be plagiarism. I'm not saying that it is plagiarism. I'm saying it's academically dishonest because of my AI policy. right? So if you use AI, it goes specifically against this policy and I will be forced to report it. So just don't. One easy way to avoid this entirely is writing your own work from scratch. It's a lot less difficult than you think. I believe in you. Below that, it has a plagiarism policy. This one is from the university. So feel free to read that, but I kind of covered everything that needed to be covered there. Obviously, plagiarism is an act of academic dishonesty and will be reported if I find out that plagiarism has occurred. That is kind of not an issue anymore. AI is the biggest issue when it comes to academic dishonesty, so that's why I'm kind of focusing on it, but take your time to read this section. Then there is the syllabus supplement course policy. This is from the university. While it is important, I won't be going over it in detail. It includes some things we've already gone over, like the student learning outcomes. The withdrawal policy is here. This applies to all students. You have up until the last day to withdraw for a withdrawal, which means your transcript will have a W on it instead of the possible F that you could have gotten otherwise. If you see that you are falling behind and can't catch up, if you have a medical emergency that takes you away from class, if you have a technological emergency that means you can't turn in assignments, there are lots of reasons you might withdraw. So keep this in mind that April 8th is the last day. And finally, the Writing Center here. As you probably know already, I'm a huge proponent of the Writing Center. I'm a coordinator on the Cochrane campus for the Writing Center, and the Macon campus is also open and available to you. The great news is we have online consultants. They give face-to-face teams-like meetings like these about your writing so they can help you. I highly recommend going there. They are being trained in how to help you avoid using AI and how to help you produce a stronger essay. So please take the time to go to the Writing Center at least once this semester. They are wonderful people. And I believe that is everything. There's the university's definition of plagiarism that we are required to have in here. Some information like the 30-hour rule. Since you are a first-time student, likely, these are things that you might see in every syllabus. See anything else? No, I think that's it. So let me go back to the beginning just once more. I know that I have probably given you so much information at this point, but it's a good introduction into the course. The information at the top here is crucial to you contacting me. So make sure that if you need me, you email that email address right there, and I will probably respond within the next 12 hours, if not the next 24 hours. Some things require more thinking or touching base with other people to answer your questions, but ideally I'll answer you in the next 12 hours. One thing I did want to show you, let me go to our D2L page. As soon as this video is finished uploading, I will be opening the course content for the D2L page. You can get here by going to mga.edu/D2L, and then it will ask you to sign in. This is what our course page looks like. You will notice, let me go back to my homepage. You will notice that on the right here, it says do not use on our support page. We will not be using the support page at all. There are 2 pages because we are in 2 classes, but it's not required to use. It just complicates things. Everything that we turn in this semester will be turned in on the English Composition 1, Section 08, Spring 2026 Brightspace page, which is this one. As soon as this video is uploaded, you will be able to see the course content. That content will be made visible to you and you can scroll through it. I will be making an announcement also following this on Brightspace, so keep your eyes peeled for an announcement regarding what is due in the upcoming week. So that'll give you some information on what to do there. It might include a quick video also, just so that you can get a visual of what needs to be turned in. But I'm going to cut this video off because I've been talking too long. It's lovely to meet you all, and I can't wait to write with you. I love teaching this class, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. All right, bye guys.